Good morning, OG family. My name is DUANE, and I'm so excited to be online with you this morning. Wherever you may be at, sharing the information about the business and the product. So as I want to share a little bit of my story and then dive into some information that has really helped our organizations. And I'm just hoping that we can help somebody else along the way as they're might be stuck or they might be struggling a little bit or whatever the case may be, excited. So I want to say this, please grab a pen and a paper that you can take notes and apply the things that we share on these calls to your business. And again, it's an honor to be able to serve the big team here in Organo. So proud and exciting to be part of Organo. We've been part of Organo a little over, it's going on 7 years in August, and I always have to look back to the day we got started as I was very negative, my wife was very positive, and as we worked it all out, we started working together, started building this business, sharing the product with so many people. It changed our lives forever. And looking at where we are with Organo, where we are in our lives, conversations that I have in other businesses that we deal with, it's always been a blessing to know that Organo has our back. We don't have to worry and wonder where we're headed, what we're doing. Corporate is always there for us, and the promotions that I want to talk about this morning and share in detail some of the things that we have experienced. And just looking at, again, where we started, August of 2011, we owned our own business. At that point in time, we really weren't looking for to make extra money, because I look at it from my own point of view that I really thought I had it all figured out. I really didn't think that I needed anything else. So, but as I was contemplating, as I was looking at different things, I knew that my plan A was not completely figured out. So as I was going through the process of weeding out negative thoughts and weeding out things that were not contributing to my own life, we got to the understanding that we need something else. I just had a birthday, actually. I turned 43 years old, and I told my wife we worked very hard for about 20 years in the flooring industry, and I can feel it in my shoulders, I can feel it in my knees. Again, going back when we first started, I didn't feel that pain. I didn't feel the discomfort as I feel right now. But sometimes, and I want to speak to the person that might be online here, that they might think they have it all figured out, and you might. I mean, I'm not dissing anything you do, but if you have a job, if you run your own business or whatever you may be doing, what I want you to do is take inventory. Where am I going to be a year or two from now? How is my body being affected in what I am doing right now? So with that being said, I have the pleasure and the honor to share some information here, how it changed our lives. The product, starting out with the product, we started using it, and it changed our lives forever. I mean, my son, a lot of you might have heard his testimony already, and some of you might not have, but he started using the products, and he had a breathing challenge, and not to make health claims or anything like that, but he started using the products when he was 10 years old, and he has not used his medications since then. So that was really exciting for us. For me, it was my stomach challenges that I had. My wife, her sleeping challenges. My dad, it was also his lung challenges. So there were so many different things that played together in us doing Organo full time. And I just want to say thank you to the leadership for the amazing products that they have put together and even released. We talked about it. We had a conversation last night here at our kitchen table. We had some families over and we were talking organo, other families that are part of our organization, and just the benefits that we have all experienced in organo. But if we don't go out and share, other people will not have them benefits. So that's what I want to talk about today, is touch about the promotions, working them together into our businesses to make things happen. And I want to share something that we did here in Wisconsin as leaders. We got together, we wanted to put together a promotion for June for people that bring in a certain amount of people into the business. We will give them a ticket to convention in Las Vegas. And there's, I believe there's 4 or 5 people that qualified, but just looking at, sometimes people need a little bit of an extra push to go out and do things. Sometimes people just need a little bit of encouragement to go out and do things. We had a gentleman on, it was actually on Johnny and Rebecca Wallman's team. He has not sponsored anybody in a long time, and we put out this promotion and he actually qualified. He went out and he sponsored 2 people. So that's the power of promotions. Looking at, my wife is working with a couple that we work very closely with. They were out working till 11 o'clock on Saturday night, the last day of the month, to just work and sponsor people. They were out in Michigan. They actually sponsored 5 new people into the business, mostly gold packs. So it's all about putting a little bit of an incentive out there for people to see that their leaders do actually care, that we can work towards the common goal of building the business together with a little bit of incentive. So as we got an email from corporate, me and my wife discussed it this morning. It's actually exciting to the 3 new promos that were released this month to help promote and work together as a common goal, as a team, one dream, as Organo, working together and promoting the same promo. So we, again, just looking at what we did last month, it was a good experience and people participating, and volume went up just by putting out a simple promotion as you get a free ticket. We said if you sponsor 2 new people, you'll get a free ticket to convention in Las Vegas, and that's what happened. I want to touch on one specific promotion right now, is to seize the moment. This is a big month for that, and I want to give a shout out to Jason and Tammy Olson. Back when that was last year's trip, they got started in 7 weeks. Mr. Nielsen was out here. He did a awesome meeting here in Wisconsin, and they came to the meeting. Tammy seen she had a vision. She went and got started on a gold pack, and working together with Rebecca, and Rebecca told him, you can get this free trip to go to Mexico if you do this and you do that, laid out a game plan. And I want to touch about that a little bit, about a game plan and using the products and the business. So she went out and she went to work and she qualified for the trip to Mexico in 7 weeks. That is so amazing. I mean, we've never seen it here in this area, that get started, go to work, 7 weeks, you get a free trip and to Mexico and enjoy it with our friends and our family down there. But I'm very excited to say this. I looked at the list this morning that Jason and Tammy are number 3 on the Seize the Moment cruise, going to on their second trip, free getaway with Organo. So if you question in your mind and in your heart right now, well, they probably had a lot of people. They probably knew what they were doing. We can come up with 101 excuses to figure out why the next person can do it a lot better than we can. But if we actually stop the thoughts in our minds and interrupt our own thought process and actually focus of what we want to do versus focusing on what other people are doing. So get together, get it straight in your mind, put it down on paper. We got 4 weeks left, and go out there. There's actually incentives about getting a suite on the Seize the Moment. There's so many different things that you can qualify for, but again, it's amazing at this point in time. This trip, actually, we've been on 2 cruises. We've been on one trip to Mexico, Costa de Maya, and we're actually going to take our children with on this cruise. That's our plan. So we're actually excited about this cruise even more than just ourselves going to take our family and enjoy the fruits of what we've all worked together and sacrificed, especially as children. Sometimes they seem to be put on the back burner, so we want to give them an incentive. So you might have a family also that you've never taken on a cruise or on a vacation, and you have something to work towards. You might not have been on a vacation for a long time. I don't know. But one thing I do want to encourage each and every one, put it down on paper. What is your goal for the month of July? This is the last month you can qualify for the Seize the Moment, and looking at what can we do? What action must I take? And that's one thing I want to touch about. I want to mention a couple more promos. Is the Welcome Back, we've had it before, and we've had a lot of success with that. If you have people in your organization that were part and they decided to just relax or not order anymore, or whatever the case may be, life got in the way, give them a call and just share that promo with them. I know we did it the last time. We got a good response on just making a list of people, going back into your back office, people that used to order and they fell off, and because it might not, for certain things, not just one specific thing, they fell off. Give them a call, make the list, give them a call, and welcome them back. Again, we've had very good response there. What we did, we took some people and on our team, and we all did the same thing. And then if you work in groups and you certain 2 or 3 or 4 more people work together, you can challenge each other and encourage each other as you're doing that. And then the Upgrade to Gold with Phoenix, that's another amazing opportunity that people can upgrade to the gold status with this package. Again, it might be somebody that fell back, started on a gold pack, but really wasn't too engaged, but now they really want to go out there and do it and get engaged in building the business. Share this promo with them. I mean, again, until we go out there and we share the business, we share the product, we don't really know where people are. Again, going back to the conversation we had last evening here, one of the ladies that was here, she said she went to a school and she dropped off 2 boxes of products. And it wasn't really there shortly thereafter, a couple of days or so after, they called back and she actually sold 2 packs just by dropping 2 boxes of coffee off to sample them to the people at the school, and her daughter got started on a pack. So you don't know, we never know where people may be. But again, going back, the first thing we need to do is go experience the products ourselves. If we don't experience the products ourselves, we cannot go out there and share it with other people. We have to be a product of the product, looking at what do we have that other companies and other distributors don't have. We have a #1 herb that's called Ganoderma. We look at what we have in the teas, in the coffee, in the shakes, and everything that we have, what sets us apart from everybody else. And that's one of the things that have really worked in our benefit in the organization that we have. It's the herb. Really looking at what we've been able to do, and the residual income and the reorders that we have gotten was pretty much all based off the herb. What do we have that other people don't have? But you cannot go out and share the products, share the experience, share the business and be excited about it if you do not have a testimony yourself. Use the products. Use everything that we have. Use the toothpaste. Use the soap. Use all the products that we have so you can build yourself a testimony. And as you realize, as you grow and using the capsules, so many different testimonies. Again, Nikki Idetta shared a testimony yesterday just on the products. It's amazing. Miss Jeline out of Hawaii, she lost over 100 pounds. She looks totally like a different person. And as I looked at the picture, I had to look at it 2 or 3 times to actually realize that it's the same person, a before and an after picture. So you might know somebody that's struggling with weight or with certain things, detoxing on their face or acne or things like that. Share the product with them. You never know where it may lead. But one thing that I've realized as we've been building the business is once you think you have it all figured out, that's when you don't have anything figured out. As I go back to our starting in the business, I thought I had plan A all figured out. We did not need a plan B. I want to encourage each and every one. Life is a lot easier if you have a plan B. No matter what you're doing in life, you never know when life may happen. You never know what may come our way. We don't know about tomorrow. So even though you think you have everything figured out today, you might not have it all figured out tomorrow. So I encourage you to take that step. And there's somebody out there hurting, or there's somebody out there that might need an extra $500 a month or $300 a month or whatever it may be, have some health challenges. Dr. Bob shared a testimony about a lady that she started using the products and she's completely free of her disease that she was struggling with. And again, as we go back and we play them over and over in our mind, it fuels our passion to go out there and share it with the people. But again, if we don't have products on hand, if we don't have our own testimony, if we don't engage or if we don't participate, that there's just nothing we can do, then we will not know what the next step will be to take. So what I would like to do this morning to share, talking about take the seize the moment, for example. Use the products, make a list of people that you know would want to lose an extra 5, 10, or 15 pounds. Make a list of them people. Go out and share it with them. Not just saying, I will, or I got my list in my head, or I don't need to make a list. Make a list. Make a list of people that might want to lose weight. Share the OGX with them, the DX, the energy drink. Share the products with them and encourage them. And just try it for 30 to 60 days. Make a list that you can go out there and participate. The end goal in mind is to be on the cruise, Seize the Moment cruise come October. So, and again, looking at it, we have till the end of this month to participate. Just put it in place. Make a list of people that you know that drink coffee. Again, looking at, I talked to a gentleman this morning. I ran to town. We live about 15 miles from town, so we live out in the sticks. There's nobody around here. Our closest neighbor is about a half a mile to 2 miles off. But I ran to town. This gentleman, had a conversation with him, and the first thing that came up is coffee. And I left the conversation. He said, when you come back, please don't forget to bring me the coffee, that is your coffee, so I can try it. Again, it comes up pretty much in every conversation. He said, what is so special about your coffee? I said, I really don't want to give you that much information. I want you to try the products, and then we'll go from there. We'll talk. So that's how I leave it with that point. I don't want to sit there and give them a whole list of things it may or may not do, pretty much giving them too much information. Let the product do the talking. Let the taste of the product do the talking. I have not met one person in the last 6.5 years, going on 7, is saying that, oh, I don't like the taste. Honestly, I have personally not met one person that has said that, but they'll come up with a couple other excuses why they don't want to use it, but it was never the taste. So let the product do the heavy lifting. Share the product, the results will come. Share the product, people will call you back. It's a matter of, if we don't do anything, nothing will happen. If you do things, if you share the product, things will happen. So again, looking at it from the product standpoint, we can always run into people that need or want better health and better wealth. And what a better way of doing it is with a cup of coffee, a cup of tea, hot chocolate, latte, mocha, or any of the other drinks and products that we have. Again, looking at not making that list. If you don't make that list, people might slip your mind. If you don't make this list, other people might sample them. Again, it has happened to me here not too long ago. I had a person in my mind that I wanted to go share products with. Actually, 2 people that I wanted to go share products with. I never did. A lady on our team came to, we had a conversation, and she said, I just came back from town and I sold $500 worth of product to a gentleman in there, and she mentioned his name. And I looked at my wife and I said, that's a guy that I wanted to go talk to, but I never did. He's a financial advisor. So I never did. I know him. I've done business with him. I know him very well, but he was on my list, but I never went to share the products with him. This lady went to share products with him. He bought over $500 on the first visit, and he's bought a lot more ever since, because first of all, he wanted to lose weight. He wanted weight management. That's why he bought the products. Then there's another gentleman, him and his wife, the same thing. He's on my list. He's a very well-known guy in the community. And I've done some work. He's been actually to my house to do work on some other things, but I had an opportunity to share the products with him. Never did. The same lady went out. She shared the products with him. Also bought a bunch of products from her. Again, looking at it, what are you going to do? Are you going to let other people sample the people that are on your list, or are you going to go out there and do it yourself? Again, we got to have something behind. We got to have a force behind us to go out there and do it. You got to have a why. Why are you doing it? Again, if you haven't been on a vacation for a long time or never been on a cruise, I will encourage you highly to go out there and do it. It's amazing. You get to float out in the middle of the ocean. You go out there, you see nothing but water, but you can experience it with the OG family. You can experience it knowing that I've put a lot of work into this, and it's rewarding. The corporate is rewarding us for something that we're supposed to be doing anyways, and that is working. And again, I just want to encourage you, if you have a list, and if you don't, please, I beg with you right now, please make that list, because somebody will go out there and share the products with the people that are on your list, and it's not a good feeling when it comes back to you and you get this knot in your stomach and say, you know what, another one slipped away. Another one's gone off my list. Cross them off. Cross her off, because I had an opportunity and I didn't do it. So again, I highly encourage you to do that. Again, going back to being a product of the product. Use the product. Don't, I'll share a story. I went into a dealership the other day. I had my cup of OG coffee, and I was standing there and talking quite a bit, and this gentleman walks up to me talking about coffee. Coffee came up, and my cup ran empty. And he said, oh, I just brewed a fresh pot of coffee back there. I can go get you one. I said, you cannot brew the coffee that I have here. So we got into this conversation. It was like 8 o'clock in the morning. First thing that came up, walking into the dealership with a cup of coffee, coffee came up. Excuse me. take a sip of red tea. So looking at it from that, there's people out there that are willing to help you. Again, we're going back to a conversation we had last night, talking about sharing the shakes, sharing, selling bags of shakes, giving products away. When we first got started in the business, the Nielsen, Stephen, Casey, and Deanna told us this: the more products you give away, the bigger your organization will be. I want to encourage you this way. We listen to them. And I'll tell you this much. Our organization grew very fast just by having products on hand and sharing the product with everybody that we came in contact with, putting people on our list and not giving up. The more people you'll share the product with, the more people will call you back, the more opportunity you have to build a bigger business. Again, looking at going out there and doing promotions. As a matter of fact, I had a conversation with Edward before I got on this call of the promotions that Organo has put together. Sometimes when corporate might not have their corporate promotions going on, let's be leaders and put together something for our team that works together and build for the greater cause of the company. And again, looking at what it has done for us last month, it helped us grow substantially. And looking at what Organo has put together for us right here on the 3 promos that we have is also amazing. I mean, we need to go out there and as leaders, each and every one on this call, we need to promote, because the company is doing things for us that, again, for doing things that we should be doing anyways, we get rewarded over and over and over again. So going back to the product, make sure you share the product. Talking about the business, I want to touch on business things here a little bit. Is okay. Looking at the people wanting to make $300 to $500 to $600, $1,000. I wanted to make a lot more money than that, but that's okay. You choose your number, what you want to do, and you go to work towards your common goal. But again, nothing happens. It all works together. You don't sell or get the product out if you don't build a list. You don't build a business to make money if you don't build a list. It all falls back to the same thing. But what is going to drive you to do them things? Again, when I first got started, me and my wife got started in the business, looking at it, what can we do to help other people earn $500 or $1,000? Sometimes we get so lost and so consumed in what our goals are, which is fine. I'm not saying to discount that, but however, find 3 or 4 or 5 people in your organization and say, you know what, they need extra money. What can we do? Sit down with them, make a game plan with them, and say, what can I do to help? Make a list of people, meet with them, have them make their own list. What can I help you, me and my wife, to help you earn an extra $500 a month? Again, me and my wife had a conversation about a half an hour before I got on this call. There's this couple that is in dire financial distress, but we sit down with them. They're part of Organo. What can we do to help? Sometimes people will listen to you and sometimes people don't. We can only work with the people that truly want what they want. If they want to help themselves, that's fine. We can work with them. But if they don't even want to help themselves, there's nothing you can do to push them along. There's nothing you can do to convince them. Again, Mr. Bucks has said many times, a person convinced against his will is of the same mindset still. So you really cannot convince somebody to do something that they're not willing to do themselves. But one thing I want to encourage you on the business side of it is find people in your organization, sit down and make a game plan with them. Help them earn the $300 to $400 to $500 of extra money that they need to live on. And again, if you focus on what other people need, that will help your business also. But don't put your goals and your dreams on a back burner. Work them simultaneously. Work them together. What do I need in order to fulfill my dreams and my goals is to go out there and help people. The more people we go out there and help, the bigger our organization will become, and then all of a sudden everybody wins. It's one thing that Mr. Bucks has shared with us many times. He said it's always very encouraging if you make it on like a trip to seize the moment. But he said it gets very rewarding when you have 5 or 6 or 7 people with you on your team that can be there to enjoy the moment and go out and relax together. So I want to encourage each and every one with that is don't be afraid to build a long list. Don't be afraid to go out there and share the products. Of again, looking at what Mr. Bernie Chu, Mr. Holton Bucks, and Mr. Shane Moran have put together for us, it's only a matter of time of when we implement everything that they have taught us or trained or put into action for us. We need to go out there and do it. You can win physically, and you can win health, and you can win wealth. So it can all work together as the product and as money. It's again looking at we're not out there trying to sell something or share something with people that they don't want or that they don't like or that they don't do anyways. We got a product, ladies and gentlemen, that we can go out there and share with people and not be ashamed of sharing. It's only thing we need to do is get out of our own way. And looking at it from that point of view, it makes things easier to get over the fear and distress that you may have to go out there and share it. Get out of your own minds, step aside, interrupt your own thought process for a little bit, and actually take action this month. And we're the second day of July. I know we have here in the United States, we have a holiday coming up on Wednesday. You'll get together with friends and family, share the product. Just don't be dogmatic about it. Don't try to push anything on anybody. But as you're out sharing time with your friends and family, share the product. Just share the product. I in the last month, just by people seeing what me and my wife are doing, people have asked us so many questions of, what are you guys doing? Where do you get the coffee? So many different questions. People are paying attention to what you are doing. Again, looking at it from the point of view that who do you want to follow? We had an amazing training in Minneapolis, Minnesota with Mr. Holton Bucks. He definitely blew the roof off again. It was such an amazing training and refreshing to hang around with people that are like-minded, the same common goal of building a business with health and with wealth. Again, so as I'm winding down, I want to share this with you. Go out there. I just want to touch on something, repeat myself here, is sit down, make a list. Make a list long and strong, even with people that you don't even think drink coffee or people that you don't get along or whatever the case may be. Do not leave anybody off your list, because if you leave people off your list, other people will share the product with them, and it's not a good feeling. It could have been you could have walked past a diamond in your business and somebody else got that diamond or that sapphire or that ruby off your list and is no longer a part of your organization or a part of your list. Again, share the product. Don't be afraid to go out there, and no matter what, always have products on you. Share the product. The more products you give out, the more products you share with people. Sell boxes I choose to at first sell the first box at wholesale. Whatever you choose to do, that I found that very effective. Sell it at wholesale. You never know what that may turn out to be. So again, we have so many things to look forward to. We have convention coming up. I want to encourage each and everyone to register. Get to a convention. There's a lot of exciting things going to be happening there. Get there, whatever it may cost you, get there. It will help your business grow substantially. to whatever local event that you can get to. When there's leaders coming into into your market area, make sure you participate with the promos this month, and you will see what your business can do if we just engage and participate. So with that being said, it's easy, it's simple, and it's coffee. Thank you.